Happy 4th of July, everyone. Today I'll be making a DIY candle with no wax. You're going to be using some vegetable shortening oil. Any brand is okay. I did play it by ear or maybe sight of how much I should put in there. But you're not going to need that much because I'm going to be making 3 layers. And you don't want your candle to be way at the top. So I did melt about maybe 3/4 in the microwave, and I did choose 60 seconds, and then I did about 10 or 20 seconds after that to make sure it was melted completely. While that's melting, you want to go ahead and chop up your crayons. I did use red and blue because I'll be making a 4th of July patriotic candle. Once you chop up your crayons, you're going to go ahead and add in your first color, which is blue, to your shortening, and you're gonna mix it up really well until it's well blended and all the chunks of crayon are melted completely. You don't want any chunks in your candle. Looking good so far, and that's a pretty blue, by the way. Don't you guys agree? That's very pretty. Next, you're gonna add in a scented oil. I chose vanilla. Vanilla is like the best smell ever. You can't go wrong with vanilla. So I chose vanilla, and you go ahead and mix that up. And next, you're going to need your candle wicks to put in the middle of your jar or glass or cup. Now you will need a hot glue gun to glue it to the bottom of your candle holder or whatever base you're using. That way your wicks can stand up and stay still and not move. Now, if they do move, you can get like 2 sticks or something, 2 of something to put in between to hold it together. And there's many DIYs online to show you how to do that. I glued mine and mine stayed with no problem. So I went with the hot glue gun. That'll be what I'll be doing from now on. Looking good so far. I'm going to go ahead and pour in my first layer, which is the blue, because I want it to be red, white, and then blue. I think that's about enough. Next up, we melted some more shortening, and this is for the white, and we added in some more vanilla and mixed it up really well. And that's going to be our second layer. Now in between, you're going to be putting your candle in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. Now, once that has been in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes, you're going to go ahead and pour in your white and put that in the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes to get hard. And this is only if you're in a rush or you don't want to wait too long. Next up is the red. Go ahead and add in your red crayons, and you're going to mix it up the same way you did the blue, and keep mixing until it's all dissolved and your oil is red. There we go. Keep mixing and mixing and mixing. This red looks pretty cool too, guys. Looking great. Looks like fruit punch. Keep on mixing well to get all those chunks out. Now it's time for your vanilla. Go ahead and pour in your vanilla. This little bottle went a long way with this candle. Next up, we're going to pour in our red after your white has came out of the freezer for about 10 to 15 minutes. And then your red's going to go in for 10 to 15 minutes as well. Now, you can add on decorations if you would like, but always be precautious of fire hazard materials. I'm going to make a cool red, white, and blue bow. Well, red, tan, and blue bow. This is some type of ribbon that I use to make bows with. Go ahead and fold it in half and then pinch it in the middle and put some hot glue in the middle, and you're going to squeeze it until it doesn't come apart when you move your fingers apart. You might have to hold it for about maybe 60 seconds just so it doesn't come apart. That's going to be the middle of your bow. Next, you're going to get a little piece of string, not too long, and you're going to wrap it around in the middle of your bow to give it just a little decoration, make you look pretty. You can do anything you want in the middle, it's up to you. This is just something quick and easy for me. And then you're going to glue your pieces that are on the back that are open. You're going to glue those down in the middle on top of each other and hold that down for about maybe 10 to 20 seconds to make sure it doesn't come apart. And then next up, we're going to put some glue on the back of that bow so that it can stick to our glass. Stick to our glass. Go ahead and lightly press it on your glass for about maybe 10-15 seconds. However long you feel like the bow is steady, is up to you, or sturdy. Looking beautiful. Ooh, I just love it. I love a nice pretty bow. Look at that. That red looks so awesome. Always remember to cut some of your wick off, guys. It's very important. You don't want to start a fire in your home. Look at this from all different angles. Look at that red, white, and blue. This is the way you celebrate the 4th of July, guys. Now you want to go ahead and light it up to make sure everything's a-okay. If you hear a little sizzling or if it looks like it's smoking, you might want to let it out and you might want to cut the wick down a little bit more and then relight it again.
Do you ever feel like a plastic bag?